Flip it. Or remove. Flame Blast Bolt. Don't mess up. Oh, you messed up. Hello everyone, welcome. Today we're going to be playing some blue-red instead of mono-red. Mono-red's kind of an annoying deck to be playing against right now, so don't really want to watch it myself because I always see it all the time on the ladder. But if you want to play something close, you can play blue-red. Main thing we're doing is we're playing Prowess creatures, kind of benefit from that in terms of all of our 1-mana spells. Or 2-mana spells is basically flyers, and Balmore kind of being the key piece there. This is the one I like. Okay. Kind of being the main piece here. It has basically helped us one-shot opponents at 18. You can see those later in the game. We had someone, I think, at 17 and we one-shot them. 18 maybe. Had a pretty good win record today with the deck overall. But we're going to hop into the games and see how it goes. Go first. Turn 1, Kamano. Turn 2, Shredder, probably. We started off as a 2/4. It's out of cut down range. And then it's also out of like lightning strike range. Yeah, that seems good. And then just having Swift Spear and Shredder follow up with that. Shredder generally being kind of known as a mono red hate piece in of itself because it grows too big to be removed. A lot of times anyway. At least in Pioneer. Or this being potentially an exile effect, however, can do it fine. Play a Shredder. Lay down arms is what comes to mind. I am getting dinged. What's that rivalry? They make 2/1/1s. So this is probably the blue-white White Suns deck. How much pressure do we put on? We don't have spot removal, so it might as well just be a ton. Don't play lockdown, but watch this be the one time they do. I don't know why I didn't play Swift Spear here. I kind of changed my mind. I thought about playing another Shredder, but I think I want to play a Swift Spear and a Reckless Impulse. Or it should be Swift Spear and like another Shredder. Could play Shredder first. Miss sequencing. Probably been this because we can probably find another one. We could have got 2 draws here. But I don't know if there's a whole lot better than this, so I don't think it would have mattered. Another Revelry. We have flyers, so it's fine. This time, I will play a Swift Spear and cast a Reckless Impulse, and we'll see what happens. They missed a land? Yeah. Play with fire is fine. I think third path goes. I think we just want to get reach. I think Kamano also goes. Swing these. They'll probably block and block. I could be playing into a depopulate, but I think when we have the chance here, when they're down them, and it'll just go in. Could have been a little bit more conservative. Only played 1. Just left a 1 Swift Spear. It's probably a land grab. Could be a bounce spell. So we'll try to get to combat first, and then we'll consider lightning strike. That's also kind of a mistake, because if I also find a land, I can also play with fire under them. This game is just a blunder and miss sequencing. It's kind of hard with these blue-red decks sometimes. Although that's probably pretty routine. So maybe we can tighten up our play here. Maybe. Also, peek the camera angle. Totally stole this from CGB. Made a really good point. Like, he moved his camera there and like stated like probably leaves the most information available. And tend to agree because you can still see the cards. The only thing you really can't see Can't really see like what's in their graveyard on top anyway. Ben Balmore, I think. Draw Balmore, just like we intended to. We'll Lightning Strike, get the value from this. These Shredders will trigger. I'll probably throw Balmore away. Reckless Impulse, really good. Lightning Strike will give us a reach, so I think we get rid of Kumano. That's just it, right? 7. Yeah. Xaxes. So, if you ever are bad at missequencing, just play blue-red and it might not matter. Who knows? Or have your opponent miss a land drop. I have the Lance. And a Shredder. I go first. I think Shredder might be able to thin out every issue I come across. Like, kind of getting rid of some of these extra lands, helping us draw. And best of one, I don't really enjoy mauling very much. We could get a way more aggressive hand, but we'll just be way down on cards. I'm gonna go ahead and keep cards like Reckless Impulse and whatnot. Having sometimes an abundance of lands is fine. So we'll play our Shredder out. Could be Mono Green Stompy. Could be Simic Rot Priest. So this is most likely a protection spell. So what do we want to do? We play out a Balmore. You just get ready for prep. Or we just pass, see if they do anything. And we can Lightning Strike the Rot Priest. Or we can just prevent it from ever coming in to combat. And then we could try to potentially build up a one-shot. With Balmore being the head of that. Yeah, let's do that. And like work towards a one-shot potential of ourselves. I think attacking here is fine. Hold up our protection. Could have been a lot of things. The attack, this kind of screams a Tyvar stand to me. And the attack isn't necessarily enough. Tyvar stand would get it exactly lethal on my Balmore, so no, it's fine. But they also would tap out, so they're gonna be able to Lightning Strike. But they also might just give it protection. Shocker. Hard spots that this deck puts us in. Let's get into combat. This one. Formation. We want to find a card to potentially pitch with the Shredder first. We actually find a pitch because we can always bring it back. So let's fill the graveyard with Squee then. And then Lightning Strike now. This is a March. This feels really bad. A Fading Hope, though, is good. We'll bend another Balmore. It's a legendary creature, and they're not known for removing creatures. You're 7. They're at 9. Score up. Okay. Play another Rot Priest. We're close to being dead, I think. Combat Research. That's 2. Get rid of Shredder. We need spells to trigger Balmore in order to close the game out. If we're not just dead here. Get rid of 5. They have 1 green and they need to hit a land. They hit 1. They can put 4 on me. Choose not to. We could escape Squee, but I think that's very bad. We don't want to target their stuff. Oh, that kind of sucks. If it's March, then we're dead either way. It doesn't matter. Reckless Impulse hits a lot of nonsense. Storm Carve. Almost guaranteed to lose. 4, 5, 6. I guess we have to take the risk, right? that's the case, we play the third path to make a token to back it up so we don't get through by the combat damage. Man, that sucks. Five, 6, 7. Blocks. We get nothing. Fading Hope here. It'll put enough across. Again, if it's March, I lose. They only played 2. They gained 2 here. This is enough. They had the safekeeping, so we had exactly there, but they show one more spell. It's just over. Yep. Almost got there. A little too slow of a hand. But yeah, if we had like a Swiss Spear and a little bit more aggro in the early game, I think we're fine. But this Rot Priest deck doesn't perform very well at higher ranks, so kind of surprised to see it. Goes first. We have Kamano and the Shredder in the play with Fire Reckless Impulse. We'll keep this. Shredder comes in and is 2/4. Again, dodges cut down. Kind of what makes it important. So black red. Doesn't give flying, right? No menace, and then it makes me kind of dodge seizes us. Okay. Mono, and the next turn Shredder. Cost what, 3? And they can only activate it as a sorcery. And we'll be playing a Shredder. Maybe. Shredder coming down. Shredder can also grow in order to block and trade us out if I can get a Swift Spear and not to block together. Most likely it'll have to be Swift Spear taking care of it in combat. Flip it. Or remove. Flame Blast Bolt. Don't mess up. Oh, you messed up. I would like to discard my Kamano. So I used 2 spells to try to take out my Shredder. And this is like the reason we talked about in Mono Red. That like... So, against... Good learning lesson. This is why we talk about that in Mono Red. And why it's sometimes considered like a hate piece against Mono Red. Is because if they have like 2 play with fires and they try to remove it. Well, I guess normally it would. Because it started out as a 2/4. They try to remove it 2 burn spells. We get to put a card in, make it too big. They can't do anything. We get to cut down, but like this took 3 cards by itself. 3. And then just next turn, I'm just going to play land, play Swift Spear, go Reckless Impulse, play with fire. And we're up on cards massively with the Kamano flipping, so. Seems good. Seems good. Doggo. Go first, and apparently Swift Spear wants to be played on turn 1, so that's probably what's going to happen. Yeah. We will play turn 1. That makes sense. This hand's like a more aggressive hand. We have the Impulse that will probably end up playing, depending how this goes, we'll probably end up playing this on turn 3. Blue-white. Yeah, especially with the Shredder play. I guess this doesn't matter too much. Combat, play Shredder after. Take 1. Doesn't seem like that's going to matter too much against so far blue-white. Could be Jeskai. Too wide it seems to be. Sunset Revelry, that's fine. We could fire off Reckless Impulse. If this hits a land for us to use, it does not. Go to combat first. Lock with 1. Sure. This is like fine to go ahead and consider. Of course, I'd say that after, when I could have triggered my Shredder. I'm gonna play Balmor. I need these lightning strikes for reach in this matchup because they're probably a Wandering Emperor deck. Consider hitting another consider is also fine. It helps us dig deeper. I won. We only have 1 Squee in the deck, so we don't have to worry about filling the graveyard too much. Yeah, so this is Mind Splice, White Sun stuff. They play a Witness to the Future, then the 4 mana cards. So they don't generally play the Wandering Emperor, so that's something we might not have to play around. But this is the Mind Splice Apparatus deck, most likely. They're doing this to probably hit a land, I would assume. Oh, they might be punching the desk. Did they play land? Am I tripping? No, they played a land. I'm just tripping. It's fine. So we're going to consider. We're going to try to maximize our draws here. We're fading hoping this and getting all the damage in we can. We go into bin. That kind of sucks. Do I let the Balmor go to lose it to a depopulate potentially? Yeah, because lightning striking here doesn't make sense when the creature can deal it to itself. So we'll play Balmor, trigger our Shredder. If we hit a land, sick. We'll actually go ahead and bin. Wrong land, I guess. I think I want to bin. Consider. Just keep all the action in our hand that we have. Attack. They'll probably block. Alright, this screams board wipe to me. I'm not going to play down the Swift Spear. Probably get board wipe and go ahead and play the Squee. They are the Jeskai version. There's a little more play. Has better spot removal. Burn down the house also an option. Burn down the house and Brotherhood in. But the Shredder is like huge. So they fire the Victory. Fire the Victory it. That's the other spot removal card to get access to. It could be Make Disappear, I guess. We'll get to dodge around that. We're going to commit and go in huge with this Balmor. Go ahead and get this out of the way. Get all this Prowess in. So right now, these have... We call it at the shop Super Prowess, quote unquote, because they get like a plus 2-0. But we're going to get in. We're going to lightning strike them. Blocks, nothing. Super Prowess go crazy. Just like that. That's... Insert, that's a lot of damage.
Oh, that's a lot of damage!
Yeah. Oh. Think we'll keep. Good. Don't want to be up here anymore. Done. Don't want to be up here no more. I'll let you down. That's my dog. But yeah, we'll keep. Gruul. I don't know how the Gruul matchup goes. We could have I hate when I'm trying to say like talk and then it just works in the same way. We could have considered playing an island to play consider to try to ensure the land drop, but we're gonna go ahead and remove this. We remove this now so it doesn't have anything to put the counters on. And it's a 3/3, and then we're getting hit for 5 here, plus if they play anything after. You can play the 3 mana 4/4 that has like 18 abilities on it. Another Kamano. We have so many cards in our hand. And that's not the one we want. I could hold up play with 5. They miss a land too. Do I just guarantee like the protection here with the Shredder? I think so. Same scenario where they have to kind of double burn this down if they want to. Play it. Don't play your 3 mana 4/4, please. The name will come to me or it won't, but you probably know what I'm talking about. It comes in with like 5 or some oil counters. You can remove them, like remove 1 to get menace, remove 2 to do something else, or remove 3 destroy enchantment or artifact or something like that. I hope they play it now so I know the name. Oh, look at that! Right there it is. This guy, this one, gains menace or whatever. Yeah, see, look at that. It's like we knew. What do we do? Nothing? Die? Probably. I can fading hope it. It's like fine to make them take their entire turn back. Yeah, we can play a Balmore, fading hope it, and then block the Kamano. Maybe they'll use their mana to like kind of do some stuff here. Or if they play something else, because it's a legendary, they're not going to be able to play another copy of this. We kind of lose the chance to put a counter on this, but I think that's fine. They go all out attack. We can double block here. This doesn't seem great. Please don't make it fight. Or make it fight. No, make it fight. You got it. Make it fight. Do it. Do it. Do it. Lightning strike. I'm not a fan of that. I can't do anything to stop that. So missing the counter there kind of sucks, but they already played a land, so this Crusher's... I mean, this is already gone, so I'm just going to let it happen. See if we can't get them to attack all out. I was hoping it was a fight spell, because then we'd kind of get to counter the fight spell by bouncing it. Block here. Anything before? Alright, so they tap out. Let's just go ahead and put that back in their hand. I will gladly take 1 instead of 7. Land's probably fine here with as much action as we have in hand. So we're going to start off with an impulse. Land. So we don't have to play the Stormcarved Coast, although we might need to. Land. Go ahead and do this. And I guess we have no reason not to do this. Lightning strike. Can technically almost deal with this. This is 4/4. So big, this creature. We will be playing the Stormcarved Coast probably from hand, so we can take less damage from casting our spells. Or no, with Shredder and other cards that make us discard, we don't really want to do that. Double Lightning Strike to remove this thing. Yes. Doesn't feel great. Are they in range? They're so close. Right? So if I consider that's 2 and 3, 4 and 5, it's exactly right. 6, they go to 5. It's exactly. Am I tripping? No, I'm tripping. It's 4. Math's hard for me. I don't know. Let's consider. Isn't that Shredder? Alright, we count one more time. So this is going to be 4. It's for 4. They go to 7. This is 6, so they're not dead by 1. Okay. So I'm going to hold both lightning strikes for now, and I'm going to play a shredder. Close combat here. This is to kind of help ensure that we get there. They can always remove one of these, and nothing's going to feel worse than putting them at 1 and then they like gain some life or something and then we can't win. This is only vigilance. That's menace and vigilance together, if you didn't know. Or it gets a 2/2. Remove 3 or counters short target artifact or enchantment. Yeah, so this doesn't do a whole lot. It's just going to hit us for potentially 7 here, or 6. It was a 5/5 earlier, so please forgive me. That makes sense. Get in there. You do it twice. You can do it twice. So it could hit me for 8. Play another creature. All right. That's game, right? Yeah. Unless they have like land taming safekeeping, which doesn't get them there. It doesn't matter. We'll let them know. It's like one of the things where you can kind of just like do it to let them know that it's over instead of kind of slow playing it here. They're not going to have any interaction. All right, cool. Cool. All right, we're going to talk about the deck. Deck's really cool. I like it. If you're a blue-red player, you'll like it. Mono red, it's probably just better than this, but mono red's very straightforward and kind of lame, to be honest, and it's also everywhere. So if you want to play something similar but different, you can play blue-red. Also, Shredder is a house against those decks. It was really good today. Reckless Impulse just continues to kind of impress me in general. I kind of low on the card a lot of times, but it being able to trigger all the prowess and all that stuff for us is really good. Third Path has always felt like the worst creature in this deck in the couple games that I've played and whatnot. I think we ended up, I don't know exactly what we ended up going, but I constantly felt myself pitching Third Path most of the time, actually. Whereas like all the other creatures I kind of wanted to keep, unless I discarded a Balmor to, I discarded Balmors because I had one in play. They weren't going to remove it, so, but other than that, the deck's really cool. It has a lot of tempo based. You're kind of low on land, so you got to be careful. We are on 19. So 2-landers aren't always guaranteed to get there. You get like anywhere between a 30 to sometimes later in the game, like a 40% chance. So like, it's not great, but you take it. The one squeeze is actually kind of really nice. I don't know if you would play 2. But sometimes whenever we cast Consider, look at the top card and just bend the squee, it felt good because we had kind of a backup option that they would have to deal with later. But other than that, it just felt like a nice polished threat instead of like anything else. But other than that, deck's probably more fun than competitive. We went 4-2 today with it. On average, I think it's roughly like a 47% win rate deck. The list I end up seeing kind of mimicking here was like at 50 exactly in like 2,500 matches based on Untapped's information. But again, fun deck, really enjoyable. Don't know if it's incredibly competitive and be like the one that gets you there, but if you're really good with these blue-red decks and you kind of want to tinker around with it in terms of best of 1, maybe best of 3 is a better home for it. I'm not entirely sure. But thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you around in the next one.